Welcome to my channel. Today let's see how to create access package in Microsoft Entra Identity Governance. So before jumping into the practical session on creating an access package with the Azure portal, let's see some basics about the identity governance. So what is identity governance? An identity governance is a solution that empowers organizations to enhance the productivity and the security. You can also use identity governance to automatically ensure that the right people have the right access to the right resources with identity and the access process automation. So which means you can automate all the process which involves provisioning the roles to the employee uh, and providing the identity to the employee as well as providing a right access to the right employee and to delegation to business groups and increased visibility. So what are the benefits of identity governance? So it governs the identity lifecycle and access lifecycle and also secure privilege access for admin. So which means the identity lifecycle is nothing but it's for organization need to automate the process of creating an identity for a new employee that is based on the signal from the system so that an employee can be productive on day one. And the access lifecycle is nothing but providing an right access to the right people and the secure privilege access for administrator which comes under PIM, which is called as a privilege identity management. So which is providing an some kind of a high privilege role to the employee. So it's nothing but dealing with automation, the life cycle of um, provisioning the high privilege role to the employee. So with this, let's jump into the Azure portal and let's see how to create an access package, uh, which means we are going to automate the process of providing a right access of the resources to the right employee or the user. Before hopping into the Azure portal, I just want to explain the simple use case which I have taken today to explain about the benefits of access package in Microsoft Entra ID identity governance. So this is one of my enterprise application which is registered in Microsoft Entra ID. Now we are going to create an access package for this application for this application access so that the right people can have right access for this application. So which means this application is particularly developed for the app development team. So I'm just going to create an access package to access this application, and I'm going to associate the app development team to access this application through the access package, so that whenever the new user hired to the department for the app development department, he can raise a request for to access this application from the day one. So that's ultimate goal here. So now I'm just going to show you this application is not accessed by the normal user. So Mahendranath Vinco Dev Microsoft.com. This is one of my user ID in my directory. So when you try to access this application, it says this user is blocked. So now we are going to create an access package to access this application. Now the next step is just hop into this Azure portal. So make sure when you do login with the user, the user should have at least a least privileged role of global. The identity governance admin, or he should be the global administrator to create access package. So I'm just going through login with my global admin account. And go there on Microsoft.com. So I just want to complete my MFA. Yep, it's done. So just sign in. So after landing into this Azure portal, our next step is to reach out this identity governance. You can reach identity governance through Microsoft Entra ID. Here you will get this identity governance, or else you can use the search option as well. If you go to this identity governance, here you will find out access packages. So before creating access packages, it's always recommended to create a catalog. A catalog is nothing but a container of resources and access package. You can create a catalog when you want to group related resources and access package. So let's start with creating the catalogs. So this is a general catalog which is built in. I'm just going with a new catalog. I'm going to name it as app dev access catalog. So the description will be this. This is for app dev access package, and which this is okay. This enabled option, it's for the user who can raise a request for to access this access package through the catalog. So which means if enabled, all access package in the catalog will be able to be requested by user in policy. So this is for the internal user, and you can also enable for the external user. For this demo I'm not going with an external user, so I'm just going to turn it on, turn it to no, and click on create. So now our catalog is created successfully, and the next step is we need to create an access package. So if you go inside this catalog, here you can add a new access package. Here I'm going to name the access package as app dev access package. This is application development team access package. So next is the resource role. So as I explained earlier, I'm going to add applications here. So this access package, it's specifically to provide an access for the application, which is this OTSIF dash app. And here we can assign the application role. So I'm just going with the user role, and then the request, which means who can raise a request to access this application. So you can go with for users in your directory, and this is a disabled, this option is disabled since we disabled the external users, and you can also go with a none. So I'm going with the for users in your directory. Then here you will get an option for specific user. You can select a specific user and groups, all members and all users. So I'm just going with the specific user and groups because I need to give I'm going to assign it for the group, so that only the dev group, so only the member from the dev group can raise a request to this access package. So I've just added this group, code dev, select, and the next step is the approval process. So this is one of the step in the life cycle, access package life cycles. So right now I'm going to uh, skip this step. So I'm going to create a new video on this approval process, and the next one is enable new request. So I'm just going to turn it on so that user can raise a new request whenever it's required. So the next step is add a question. Here Here you can add a questions, which means whenever the user writes a request to access this access package, they need to answer this question. So here, are you a new user? So multiple choice, you can edit and localize here as well. Value yes. I'm just going with English US. Enter local, enter answer valid no. So this is an optional one, so but I always recommend you to just go with some question. And here you can select whether it's required or not. So right now I'm just going to skip this. I'm not going to make it as required. So we have added one question here for the user, and then here you can set the expiration of the life cycle, which means so right now I have selected the number of days as 365. So after 365 this access package will get expired. So you can also set a access review for this access package. So if you set to yes, you will get an advanced setting options. Um, so which means you can set an access review time, recurring timeline. So you can set a frequency. It can be annual, biannual, quarterly, monthly, or weekly. Duration and the reviewer. So right now for this simple demo, I'm just going with this no. And then you can add this custom extension. So this custom extension, it's only available with Microsoft Entra ID governance subscription. So I will try to get some kind of a free trial of Microsoft Entra ID governance subscription, and I will try to make a video on this custom extension. This custom extension is nothing but of extending this life cycle. um, uh, if you want to customize something in this life cycle through the event or the triggers. Okay, so the next step is review plus or create. So you just review all the details which you entered and make sure everything is correct. So here we given a name, description, catalog name, and the resource roles, and whether the approval is required. No. The request is enabled yes. And are you a new user, attributes, lifecycle. So it's going to expire after 365 days. And finally click on create. So now your access package is created, and you can see the resource roles is one app and one policy is associated with this. And yep. So if you go to this policy, you can see one initial policy is already built in. Okay, so this is an initial policy which is created with our access package. So which means it asks this question whether are you a new user, or whatever we set to this access package. I mean the assignments will get expired after 365 days. Then assignments, there is no more assignments here. Okay, now the next step is what I'm going to do. I'm going to provide this access package URL to my user so that he can raise a request to access this package. So just copy it, and I'm going to clear my session so that I can log in as an Mahendran at venkodev.com to raise a request. So let me remove the history, cookies and other thing, so that it will ask me to log in. So right, I'm going to use mahendran.venkodev.onmicrosoft.com. Password, yes, stay signed in. Okay, So now this access package app dev, this is actually available for this user, and from here you can raise a request and continue. Certain option, are you a new user? Yes, yeah. And this is the question which we set. Submit request. So your request to add app dev, okay, this request, yeah, now it is processed. Okay, so right now there is no approval step, so it's automatically going to provide an access for this user to access the application. So the next step is we need to check whether this user can able to access this application or not, right? And just try to reload it. So let me go through that URL once again. Reload. Boom. Yeah, now the user he can able to access this application, right? And if you go here, you can see the assignments here. This user, okay, it's listed out this new user as an in this assignment section. So now he got an access for this application, right? And if you go to overview, this is an overview of the app dev, and here you can see the activity. The new activity is one assignments, right? So yeah, I hope you got to know about the basics of creating the access package through this video. And now I'm going to extend this video for something, the advanced module which is there in access package. So we'll go through those advanced modules in the access package in my next video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you have any question, please leave it in a comment. Okay, thank you.